The U.S. housing market has experienced a tremendous bust. We think housing prices will probably not bottom for another year, but we think thanks to massive government intervention and stimulus that we're very close to a bottom. But that investors have probably gotten a little bit too enthusiastic, thinking that we saw the bottom last spring, and we think we're probably not going to see the absolute bottom probably till mid to late next year. Very attractive. There's some very impressive companies, and there's a lot of growth opportunity here. Many of these are smaller companies than what we often see in a more developed market like the United States, and the valuations are attractive as well. And I mean, FEMSA is a world-class company. It's one I've looked at years ago. And the problem is other investors have figured out that it's a world-class company, so the stock has never appeared cheap, but nevertheless, it's been a great stock. By coming to this conference, they're already way ahead of the game, because I wish when I was a young person that I had discovered investing and been going to conferences, because investing is it's an experience-based business. You get to be good at it by doing it, and ideally by working for somebody. You can do a lot of reading and you can teach yourself. That's mainly how I learned, but also by trying to find a job working for someone good in the business. So in many ways, it's like flying a plane or doing surgery. You know, how do you learn to fly a plane? Well, you study in the classroom a little bit, but then you work with more experienced people. Same thing for doctors. So for my message to young people is well, get out there, and even with a small amount of money, don't do it with a lot of money, because you're going to make mistakes and you're going to lose money in some cases. But get out there and start doing it as early as you can, and then be a learning machine, because there's just so much to learn and so many skills you have to develop. But just to be a good investor, you have to be a good business person. You have to be able to understand industries and businesses and how they compete, and be able to predict the future of companies and of industries. That's very hard to do, and there's no substitute for experience. So get out there, start learning and getting experience.